Creating and managing your rules within the Toggles add-in is an important part of supercharging your productivity. To get started, we'll compose a new message, and we'll open up the Toggles for Outlook add-in. To get started with creating rules, open the add-in menu. Here you'll see a Manage Rules button. Click this. You can click Create Rule to create a new rule. From here, there's a name and a description for every rule that you create. It's important to understand the different types of actions when creating a rule. Within Toggles, there are currently only 3 different types of actions. There are more coming down the pipeline right now. They'll be available to our premium plan subscription members. But for now, we have 3 different options. There are subject tags, which will take whatever subject tag you add, such as secure, and it can either add that to the beginning or the end of the subject. Then we have recipients as an action type. For this, you can add member or recipients to the email to the to, CC, or BCC. So you could click Add Email and add your recipient's email. If you want, you can add multiple emails. If you want to add a different type like CC or BCC, you can click Add New Action and do the other type. The third type of action is attachments. So as you probably understand, this would give you the ability to add common attachments. So you click Add Attachment, you give the attachment a name, and that's what it will be attached to the email as, and then it's a URL that points at that attachment. And you can add multiple attachments as long as you're on the premium plan. So the premium plan provides users with extra functionality, such as being able to have multiple actions and also use this attachments action type. The first rule that we're going to create is going to be one with a subject action. So let's set up a rule to add secure to our subject line for sending an encrypted email if our company or email client has a functionality like that. So let's call this Send Securely, and we're going to add the secure to the tag to the subject line. And now we click Add Action. From here, the default is a subject tag, and we're going to add that at the beginning of the subject. You could also add it at the end of the subject if you would like, but we're just going to add that subject tag. And click Create, and your first rule is created. Now, let's go ahead and create a new rule with a recipient's action type. So this rule I'm going to create for a project team. So I'm just going to call that Project X team, and this is going to add recipients of the Project X team to email, and we'll go ahead and click Add Action. From here, we want to click on the recipient's action type, and we have multiple options. We have to, CC, and BCC. To start, I'm going to go with to, and I'm going to go ahead and add my team members. So we're going to have a few different members, and I'm going to type those in quick. And I'm going to do a couple. And now that I've added the recipients I want for this project, I'm going to go ahead and click Create. Last, we'll go ahead and create a new rule that uses the attachments action type. This one I'm going to make in terms of having a support. Let's cancel that. Finally, let's go ahead and create a rule that uses our attachments action type. For this rule, I'm going to assume that I'm a support agent that supports the Toggles for Outlook add-in. So I'm going to want to attach a document for end users who are having issues with the add-in. So I'm going to go ahead and name this rule Toggles for Outlook Support Response. add support docs, and let's go ahead and click add action. And now I'm going to click on the attachments option, and I'm going to click add attachment. I'm going to name this toggles for Outlook.pdf, and you can name this whatever you would like. Whatever you decide is going to be what the attachment is actually named on the email. It does not matter what the actual file name is that you're going to link to. It will use this name. Now I'm going to paste in the URL to that actual document. It is hosted somewhere, and typically this will be, maybe a public document or something, but this just allows you an easy way to attach it to the email without having to send a link to it or, provide it to the end user in some other way. So I'm going to go ahead and click create this rule. And that is it. Now let's go ahead and edit a rule that we have already created. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this send securely rule. And let's say the company I'm working for that provides sending encrypted emails has changed what we actually need to add to the subject line. Instead of secure, we now have to add encrypt. So let's go ahead and update this rule. So I'm just going to update the description, and I'm going to update that subject tag, and I can click save. And we'll see that that rule has been updated. At other times, you may want to add a new action to an already existing rule. We can do that. So let's go ahead and update our toggles for Outlook support response rule. So I'm already adding attachment, but I also want to add a subject tag with the support tag. So I will go ahead and click add action, and we'll leave subject tag. We're going to add support to the beginning of the email subject, and I'm going to click save. And now anytime I use this rule, it will also include the subject tag. And finally, when I'm done editing or creating new rules, I can close out of the Manage Rules window, and it will take me back to Outlook. Here, we'll see all of our updated rules, and to view the actions for each rule, you can click on this drop-down menu, and it will show you each action for the rules that you have created. You can toggle the rules on by simply clicking that toggle. And with that, you should be well on your way to supercharging your email productivity.